Hey guys, Cameron with CBM Reviews here, and I just got through watching Glass. Glass is the latest M Night Shyamalan movie that stars Bruce Willis, James McAvoy, and Samuel L. Jackson. This is set in the same universe as Unbreakable and Split, which were both highly acclaimed movies of their type, giving the modern day mythology of superhero a more grounded and realistic take. There's been a lot of build-up toward this movie, and thus there's been a lot of hype. So the question is, does it live up to the hype? Before I answer that question, if you're a fan of comic book movie reviews, TV reviews, or even Comic-Con footage, go ahead and click that subscribe button. And if you want to see as soon as I post a video, hit that notification bell and you will know every single time I post a video. So the question is, does it live up to the hype? And the answer is no. And I'm not saying it's a definite no, but there's a no with an asterisk next to it. Originally, and normally whenever I'm about to make these videos doing movie reviews, I do a non-spoiler review, and that way you kind of have an idea of whether or not you want to go to this movie, but I have to put some mild spoilers in it, just to kind of give a little bit of the story without giving away too much. So bear with me, I won't give away the whole farm, but you're gonna get a couple chickens. First and foremost, let me kind of give you the basis of the story. You've got all of these guys with fantastic powers, and Elijah Price, who's played by Samuel L. Jackson, is in this mental institution. David Dunn, at this point, has his own security business, and he's still going around helping people, but he's doing his best not to be seen, staying off the radar. And then you've got the Horde, who's played by James McAvoy, and he has these 24 different personalities inside of him, and they all pretty much serve the beast, who is the 24th, and he's the one who is the most savage and strongest. He's the one who can take bullets and all this sort of thing. There's an altercation, and all three of them end up in this psychological hospital treated by this one doctor, who is leading them to believe that they have a mental illness and not fantastic abilities. This, however, is entitled Glass for a reason, and Samuel L. Jackson decides to put his master plan in motion. This is the part where I don't tell you exactly what the master plan is, but I will tell you that the story, while it's very well intentioned and it's very well thought out, is very, very boring. And that's the problem. Whenever you go to any kind of movie or you want to watch a television show, you want to be entertained. This is the entertainment industry. And not only should you have a very compelling story, but you should have it in a way that really engages your audience, that makes them want to see more. And this movie did not do that. The settings were stagnant, the look of it was stagnant, and even though the story eventually gets to where you want it to go, it takes so long in getting there that it makes you not enjoy the ride that much. To give you a good perspective on whether or not you should watch this movie, I watched Unbreakable twice. The first time I watched it, I really didn't care for it. I felt that it was a little strange. And then I went and watched it a second time, thanks to the suggestion of one of the members of CBM Reviews, John. And I watched it the second time, and I appreciated it so much more on that second viewing. There were things that I missed the first time that I caught this time. There were connections that I missed the first time that I caught this time. And that was a case of a very well thought out story. Now, in this case, the story is still well thought out. And it's more than likely one of those movies that you're going to have to see twice to catch all of the connections, to catch all the things that you would have missed the first time. Unfortunately, because of its lack of engagement, I don't want to go watch it a second time. It just didn't really do much for me. And of course, in classic M Night Shyamalan fashion, there are a couple of twists in this movie. But there should have been at least one more. And it probably should have been at the very end, and one of the first twists should have been towards the middle of the movie, simply because the second act of this drags on horribly. This is one of those instances where I want to support this movie, and I want other people to watch this third movie of the trilogy that M Night Shyamalan first sought out to create. But if you are really willing to watch it, I almost suggest you get it on digital download in a few months, because sitting in the theater was, I'm not going to say it was painful, but it really wasn't a fulfilling experience. And even though David Dunn and Kevin Wendell Crumb have these amazing powers, it's really not that much to look at. Also, and this is why I said this is going to be some mild spoilers, there's something that happens at the end that is supposed to open the door on this sort of thing. But unfortunately, because of the way that this universe is built in a world where comic books exist, where superheroes that we know, they know. And in their world, they're fictional just like they're fictional in this world. And so the very ending is supposed to open the lid on something, but unfortunately, with the day and age of computer-generated graphics and YouTube and people all being able to do these things, maybe not as well as the professionals, but well enough to get noticed by the professionals, it just isn't twisted enough. The grade on Glass is a disappointing 62. The story, as I said, is well done, but without something beautiful to look at and without a direction that really drives the narrative, it just doesn't do it for me. At least the acting's good, especially from James McAvoy. James McAvoy, really, if James McAvoy wasn't in this movie, it would have been horrid. So, congratulations, James. You put in a star performance, but it just wasn't enough to make me say, you gotta go watch it. I mean, if you're a fan of the first two movies, you've made it up in your mind, you're gonna watch the third one. But if you're just curious, you can wait until it comes out on DVD, Blu-ray, or digital, because you would feel like you've wasted your money in the theater. So that's my review of Glass. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, and if you're new here, subscribe to the channel. Share this with all your friends, and as always, this is Cameron with CBM Reviews. We'll see you next time. So that's my review of Glass. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section down below. In the comments.